What's going on, you guys? Early morning live stream. We'll have a quick recap of everything that went down this week in the sport of boxing. Hit that like button as you come on into the dojo. Please take off your shoes before you step onto the mat. 'Cause we got some stuff to talk about today. We got some to talk about. One second. Salute to Martin Machine in the building. What's going on? What's going on, Ronnie Jones? Yeah. Get this thing started. You know, we start off slow, then as things go, we get these gears going. We take off from there. Salute, Zago Fat Bro. Salute. Let me see something real quick, you guys. Okay. All right, let me turn this off. All right, so we got some fights tonight, of course. Vasily Lomachenko and Richard Comey. They go head to head tonight, and a lot of people already seem to come to the conclusion that Lomachenko already got this in the bag. You know, they already talking about him going up against George Kambosos. Seems like Kambosos is interested in everybody but Devin Haney. For whatever reason, these guys do not want to fight Devin Haney. But Lomachenko, of course, tonight has to beat Richard Comey, and he has to look impressive in doing so. I think he'll get the job done. I think Comey may be a little too slow for Lomachenko. The angles, the footwork, the speed. I think he's going to have Comey spinning in circles later on tonight. But we go see. Anything can happen in the sport of boxing. It's not too much to talk in regards to that, but that is the fight that we have tonight. So we got to kind of talk about it. I expect Lomachenko to get the job done, and then he will be mandatory to face George Kambosos with the What Bob ordered belt. But where's Tank Davis? What happened to his pay-per-view numbers? It's already going on to the next second week, and still no word as to what the pay-per-view numbers are of Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, you know your boy Bushido. We normally don't really do the pay-per-view thing here, but since everybody like to talk pay-per-views, we go talk about pay-per-views as well. I mean, but let's be honest, people. We already knew, and hit that like button for your boy. We already knew that there was a high probability that that fight was not going to do well, and it didn't. It probably did so bad that they don't even want to give out the numbers. They can't even exaggerate the numbers. They can't even exaggerate the numbers, man. I think pay-per-view is just not even Tank Davis is selling on pay-per-view. Why? Because really you can't just expect people to pay $80 for Tank Davis to fight a guy that nobody's seen before in the whole universe. You just can't do that. It's almost like they was, and I like TBE. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of Floyd, but come on, bro. You can't expect people to cough up $80 for that type of fight, even though it ended up being a hell of a good fight. The numbers flop, bro. And see, the week before that, everybody was so into what Terrence Crawford numbers. I mean, salute to D-Lo 404 Boxing. He said that the referee, they was waiting for the numbers. As soon as the referee raised their hands, they was looking for the pay-per-view number. As soon as the ref raised Crawford's hand as the winner, they was looking to see what those numbers are. Those numbers was. I mean, they didn't even get a chance. Salute to Damone Daniels, Full of Sports, Big Ace, Saleable. What's going on, you guys? Early morning live stream. We go get cooking. You know, we just getting started. Let me see. Y'all heard that? Hit 2 if you heard that. You said, can Floyd? Okay, you heard it. All right, cool. Could Floyd really make Crawford a draw? Man, I don't know, bro. That's a good question. Let me put it on the screen. That's a good question. Sayable. It's a good question. I don't know, man. I think it really matters who these guys are fighting, man. That matters. That matters. And as we saw, Tank Davis pay-per-view numbers probably did less than the Charlos. Yeah, Haney just needs to move up, Full of Sports. I mean, he's not going to get no work at 135, and he may perform better at 140. He don't got no strength at 135, man. He's going to eventually get clipped by one of these fresher guys. Devin Haney's cutting a lot of weight. I mean, he's draining himself. He's a pretty big lightweight anyway as it is. It's time for him to move up and go chase after T.O. We gonna get on him too. He's accepting awards. He got the Sugar Ray Robinson Award. I mean, for what? And I think he won like Fighter of the Year or something. Some shit like that. But we gonna get on him in a little bit. Damone Daniel says, hey, bro, I never seen it before. How do your paper, bro? This is how you know that they was just, was part of their agenda, man. Like, never in history of boxing pay-per-view has a fighter's number was high and then it went down. I don't even believe those was the numbers at all at this point. I don't know what to believe. When it comes to this pay-per-view shit, you know, you got all these guys who are seem to be more interested in pay-per-views. But I'm going to tell you the truth about pay-per-views over here. It's bullshit. And unless it's two guys that the people care about, that people got attached to, that people that have somewhat of a big following, man, nobody's going to pay for that shit. $80. Now, if it was like $40, $50, that's different. That's what it used to be back in the day. Like $40, $50. Of course, inflation. Now the shit damn near $100 for one fight. It's absolute bullshit, man. He says, Cambosis is now my goal. Yeah, hey, Fuller, that fight is already lined up, man. All Loma got to do is win tonight. That fight is already lined up. He got his plane ticket. Everything already ready to go to Australia. That's who Cambosis is fighting. He's not fighting Devin, Tank. That could have possibly been just a clout chase move. Attach your name to these more popular fighters in America real quick. And then run off to fight Lomachenko in Australia. Cambosis did a good job of promoting himself, I'll tell you that. All in the mix, all at the fights. You know, flirting with the idea of fighting one of these dudes. But now you're hearing that Loma's next. I think Loma will beat Cambosis too. Hey, but yeah, man, them numbers. Hey, hold up. Sanctus. Salute, Sanctus. Cole Dons, I see you, bro. He says, boy, pay-per-view numbers came out right after Kenny stopped. Bro, his pay-per-view numbers came out right after the fight was stopped. Right after the fight was stopped. This dude pay-per-view numbers came out, man. Never in the history of boxing have I seen such a feat. But now, see, I was talking about Tank Davis pay-per-view numbers, and now it's kind of spread it out. You know, other people was thinking about it too. And, you know, it's almost taboo to come at certain guys. But, you know, your boy, she don't give a fuck about no damn taboos. I came at Tank's pay-per-views, and I like Tank. I'm a fan of Tank. But we go keep that energy, and it's going to be the truth. Pay-per-views is just not it's a hard sell. It don't matter who you are, man. That shit you ain't about to be selling no pay-per-views like that, bro. You not. Unless you a Floyd Mayweather, a guy who really put in the work over the years, put in some real work, promoting himself, villainizing himself, doing all types of shit. Man, you ain't about to be selling. Man, 300K, 400K, 500K, depending on you guys, all a bust. They act like Errol Spence pay-per-view numbers is so great. Bro, those are average at best. Laughable. Laughable. Keith Thurman, right? He got a fight with Barrios coming up. Stupid fight. Stupid fight. It doesn't make any sense. But this is what Keith does. He'll go out there and look mediocre against Mario Barrios. They go put this fight on pay-per-view. Both guys are coming off losses. How could you explain this to somebody? They think, I mean, for me, I see a lot of people is okay with it. They probably don't even buy it anyway, but they still okay with it. Get your money and all that shit. And all that's cool. But I feel like they're trying to play us. I feel like they're trying to swindle us, or like, you think we stupid? Maybe you could try to fool the casual public, but they're not even falling for the shit. You can't sell Keith Thurman and Mario Barrios on the pay-per-view and expect it to do good, because it won't. It's not going to do good at all. Charles Martin, Luis Ortiz, that's not going to do good. Even if it is $40, still ain't going to do good. They making, man, that shit's, man, they doing a disservice to boxing, because people not really seeing these guys by them being on pay-per-view all the time. None of them got 1 million followers. None of the guys that I'm talking about got 1 million followers. None of them. Not one. Except for Tank. I take that back. Tank Davis got like he got quite a bit. But guess what? It didn't translate to pay-per-view buys. It didn't translate. He was fighting Mr. Mahoo, and nobody was going to drop the bag to watch that. You said they charging $75 for Mario Barrios? Jesus Christ, bro. Hey, you ain't lying, Prometheus. Black fighters usually have to act like a villain, like Floyd, to get good numbers. And it's sad. If Crawford was Mexican or Filipino, oh man, he'd be massive. But we got to do our part too. We got to support the black fighters. But it's kind of hard to do. It's kind of hard to do when you're not really getting what you want. Right? You got to give us what we want too. It's got to be a fair exchange. You got to give us what we want. And boxing is almost like pulling teeth to get some of the bigger fights. Let's be honest. Do we expect Tank Davis to be in there with any of these top lightweights anytime soon? No. Even as a fan, you can come in here and say it. No, you can't expect it. You can't expect Canelo Alvarez to go and fight the guys that's been chasing him for 5 or 6 years. You just, in boxing, you just can't expect it. We get a top-level elite guy, and he'll be facing a guy that's a B-level guy majority of the time in boxing. And a lot of times they throw those type of fights on pay-per-view. Or sometimes they throw a named fighter on pay-per-view, but that named fighter is just a name. He's not even the same guy. A la Adrian Broner. A la Adrian Broner. Salute Dennis Sims. I see you in the building. Hey, yeah, that's right. Cooking with Serve, we do, man. I thought that's what the LDBC was for. Hey, Sanctus, is not, bro. Every fight is not pay-per-view. It's not. And I refuse to co-sign this whole narrative that, you know what I'm saying? Like, no. I'm not paying for no pay-per-view, no 70, 80, 90, $100 for some shit I don't want to see. Why would I do that? Who you think you hustling? Who you think you hustling, bro? Real shit. Think about it. Who the fuck you think you hustling? I know a quality fight when I see one. Crawford Porter was worth it. Plus, I wanted to support them brothers. I did my part. But when you giving us these mismatches and shit, and these overblown, like these overhyped ass fights, and then put a price tag on it, it's like, I'll do it out of the love for boxing. But I'm not really getting what I want, am I? Salute to Wilder and Fury. They did it 3 times. They did it 3 times on some throwback shit. It's like pulling teeth to get Errol Spence in the ring with Terrence Crawford, though. Keith Thurman wants $10 million to get in the ring with Boogeyman Bud. You know what I'm saying? All these fucking dudes playing a politics game. Boxing is a mess. But we had a good year, though. We had a good year. I can't sit here and act like the year wasn't good. It turned out to be pretty good. Started off really bad. I expect January and all that other shit to start off bad, like always. Boxing always starts off pretty bad, but it ends up pretty good. But yeah, these dudes, and it's not a problem paying for the fights, right? But I'm not about to just pay for some shit I really don't want. You know what I'm saying? So Floyd and them, that's why they was probably mad. That's probably why Floyd was coming at Canelo. That's probably why Leonard was coming at Eddie. They was mad because them numbers wasn't hitting, bro. They was mad them numbers wasn't hitting, man. You got to give us what we want. I have no problem supporting the fights. But we not getting them. And if pay-per-view is how these guys get paid, then why Errol Spence ain't trying to fight Terrence Crawford if he's to draw? That dude's scared as hell. We go get on him in a little bit. He ain't said shit yet, man. He ain't said shit yet. I seen a video where Blu-ray came out and pretty much admitted that Errol Spence was ducking. It's getting bad, you guys. But Teofimo Lopez, real quick on him. Real quick on this dude, man. This dude, man. Woo! We give him a round of applause. Give Teofimo a round of applause for his acting ability. I mean, shit. He already got a career after boxing. Damn, my logo in the way. He got a career after boxing already set up. Hold on, let me see if I can move that out the way. Yeah, he got a career after boxing already. Greatest actor award, man. Shit. Dude he went from having COVID to injuries to this to that. I mean, this month he got so many problems. He got an award for it. He got an award. I think it's the Sugar Ray Robinson Award. I don't know what he did to gain such a award from losing, but whatever the case, they got it. And I think it was just a political thing. I think it was Top Rank pulling some strings. You know what I'm saying? The damage control, he lost against a guy from Australia, lost the belts and shit. But Lomachenko go come back and save the day because you know Loma go get the job done. But this guy, man. What y'all think about Teofimo, man? Was he capping? Is this breathing mask and all this shit? I think this dude is a really good actor. Who been on Latino tour for a while now? Tank? Yeah, he has. He's been on that shit for too long. You know who else been on one low key? Keith Thurman. Think about everybody he's fought outside of Sean Porter, man. And these dudes get to pick who they fight over there. They picking who they fight. Let's be real. On PBC, they picking who they fight. They picking who they fight. That's why they're not picking Bud and shit. Yeah, but Teofimo is a buster. He getting awards and shit, and I think he won like Fighter of the Year or something for his fight with Loma, but that was last year or some shit. I mean, they just handing out awards to this dude. Damn, it was a tornado out here where I'm at. Yikes. But yeah, a tornado in the wintertime. It's crazy. But yeah, Teofimo. Hold up, I had to. What do y'all think about Teofimo, man? Is this dude? I think he's hell of an actor. And I think if this boxing thing don't work out for him, he definitely has a career in that. They could use him on one of them little cop shows when they be in New York and shit. Yeah, they could have him on there. He's a good ass actor, boy. He went from almost dying to winning an award like within a week. I mean, he went from having COVID to having, I mean, dude, within 6 months, he had like about 5 or 7 different ailments. I mean, this dude, man. Boy, how things has changed, right? When Teofimo first came on the scene, flipping and knocking everybody out. And now he's almost like the laughingstock amongst hardcore boxing fans. It's just like, I guess, you know what I'm saying? Cool award. Sugar Ray Robinson Award. I don't know what that award is for or what has he done to obtain that award. I mean, he ain't been fighting that long. He ain't got that many fights. And I would expect somebody who's been fighting for an extended period of time to get an award like that. Sugar Ray Robinson Award? I don't know, bro. They just giving out awards to this dude just to kind of save face. Because, I mean, let's be honest, his stock probably dropped all the way through the fucking floor. So they got to do something to make it look like he's still, like the Cambosa shit never happened. Law and Order. There we go. Vincent Coleman. Law and Order. He like, yeah. Put him on one of them damn shows, man. Hey, Lion Ryan. Yep. Teofimo, they both some liars, bro. They both be lying. They said he was, man, I don't believe none of that, bro. I don't believe it. Sorry. I just don't believe it. I never seen a fighter with so many fucking problems. I never seen a young fighter with so many problems. And they went going public with it. Ain't nothing wrong with this dude, man. Yeah, the award was for the best lie of the year. Right. Hey, you said, what was the last black fighter? Bro. You said, who was the last black? And that's one of my only gripe with Tank. He ain't been in there with no black fighters, man. And guess what? They ain't gonna put him in there with none either. They ain't gonna put Tank in there with no black fighters, bro. Tank probably take a L. Honestly. They doing him a disservice by not really they're doing him a disservice. I mean, Tank Davis is a talented, sharp young fighter, but he's fighting the same guys. Now, Isaac Cruz gave him a hell of a fight, but for the most part, he's fighting the same guys. Just the same dudes, man. So when he get up in there with somebody with some speed, a quick jab, some good feet, a good chin, he's going to have some trouble because he ain't got no experience fighting it. He's fighting the same people. Guys that he's faster than and shit. Like, man, come on, Floyd. You doing a disservice for Tank. But yeah. Errol Spence. He went into hiding. Still no word. Still no nothing. Still no nothing. He didn't say nothing. He didn't say nothing. I think that dude contemplating retirement or something. I don't think he has that fire no more. He's probably not even looking right in the gym anymore. I think it could be something more. But if that's the case, why he's still holding on to these belts? Why is he still holding on to them belts? What's up, Dre the man? Tank's last black fighter was he was six impossible. Oh man. See, people get mad when you talk like that, but that's the truth. I'm looking at it like this. It's no fucking hate or no shit. Just cause Canelo doing that pussy shit don't mean Tank gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? He needs to fight some black fighters. Before he's 32 years old, when he fight his first black fighter, he's gonna get his ass kicked. I mean, really, Tank vacating the belt and all that. Well, he vacated the 140 belt. So he ain't probably going back up there. No, he ain't going back up there at all. But they're gonna make him fight somebody. And he ain't trying to fight nobody. That's why he was telling about the Cambosos he can keep the belts, because he don't want to be lured into fighting anybody. I think he's really feeding into this whole Mayweather, the Money Mayweather. He didn't even do the pretty boy shit at all. He went straight to Money Mayweather. He went straight to Money Mayweather. And now his pay-per-view numbers flopping. Man, you got to put him in there with somebody, bro. Boxing fans ain't stupid. Casual fans ain't stupid. My mom is a casual fan. And she knew Tank wasn't fighting nobody. She asked me, should she order the fight? Should she watch the fight? I said, man. She said, well, he ain't fighting nobody anyway. That's what she said. She already knew he ain't fighting nobody. And she's a casual fan. And she already knew Tank Davis wasn't fighting anybody. I bet you that pay-per-view did less than 100,000. But guess what? Nobody's going to come out with the numbers. Nobody's going to come out and press it. They only do that shit to Terrence Crawford, because that's the only knock they can have on him, is that his pay-per-view numbers and shit. But we all know that shit's bullshit. Tank Davis numbers did bad. Just Charlo Brothers numbers did bad. Spence numbers did bad. Them numbers suck. 450,000 for 350. That sucks. Pacquiao Thurman, it could have did better. It did like what, 450, 500? Sucks. Anything under 600,000 is a bust. And you robbing the fans. What did Wilder Fury 3 do? We didn't even hear about that, did we? Nah, nobody cared because the fight was so good. It was a fight that was built up for years, and it was the final battle. Of course, my boy Bomb Squad lost, but it's all good. He made a good account of himself, and he did exactly what he said he would do. He said he was going to go out on this motherfucking shield. But it's like pulling teeth for these other ones. Now, the narrative of Terrence Crawford hiding behind Bob and all that lame ass shit these dudes were saying, that narrative is dead. Terrence Crawford standing right in the middle of the street with his hands up in the air with the WBO belt in his hand, saying what's up. None of these dudes is coming around. Sean Porter was the only one that ran out the house. Everybody else still in the house. Keith Thurman said, I got some work to do first. Errol Spence still in the room hiding. Yep. Scared as hell. Don't even want to challenge the best fighter, the guy that they claim to be the best fighter. They don't even want to challenge themselves. See, that's the difference between the boxer and the martial arts. Not all boxers, but a mass majority of the boxers, a majority of the boxers think that way once they get to a certain point. Errol Spence don't want to fight Bud. He never did. He likely never will. This dude called you up. He called you this. He called you that. He called you everything. He felt he needed to call you. You didn't say nothing. You didn't say, yeah, say that when we get in the ring. You didn't say nothing. Only thing he's giving us these halfway answers. Maybe, eventually. I don't know. Like they ain't giving us no definitive answers. But it's a joke. Hit that like button for your boy. Hit that like button. He said Crawford is too big. I wonder why this ain't working. No, I guess that don't work. Salute to Dre the Man for the $5 super chat. He says Wilder's a beast. The game is going to miss him when he's gone. One in a generation personality. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Go miss Wilder. Hell yeah, miss Wilder. Wilder, I was gonna do a video on it, but I don't know. But I've been saying it for years. Wilder reignited the heavyweight division, and now that he's pretty much gone, that shit is already dying now. AJ don't know what he want to do. It's gonna be just like the Klitschko era all over again. Salute to Deontay Wilder, man. Because now who they go hate on? Who they go hate on? Deontay Wilder moved the needle. Tyson Fury can't do it without him. Nobody even checking for him. They just glad he got Wilder out the way. But Deontay Wilder, man, he did it. You know, I don't see any of these other heavyweights really bringing it back like he did. I just don't see it. Not Big Baby. I just don't see it. Maybe Big Baby. Maybe. They move him right. He started knocking people out. Yeah. But it's gonna be really hard, man. Salute to the Bronze Bomber, man. Salute to Damone Daniels for the super chat. He said, "Can we hit a Tupac You Scared voice?" Oh man, he was so. This nigga scared. He was so scared. I mean, this dude. This nigga scared. Oh my God, he didn't say nothing to Terrence Crawford. Bro. Errol Spence don't want to fight no more. He don't want to fight. He don't want to fight. What's going on, Q the God? Salute to Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. What's going on? Wilder versus Joshua. Salute to my boy YSM Sports Media. Y'all go subscribe to Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment and YSM Sports Media and Food Sports. Yeah, Charles Martin stepping up to fight Luis Ortiz, Dre the Man. Charles Martin stepping up. So we go see what we can do. Wilder Joshua is what we want. Yeah. That fight lost a lot of luster, man. But I think if Wilder's contemplating retirement, I think he need to go ahead and get up out of there, bro. Once you're at that point mentally, and he's 36 now, took a significant amount of damage in 3 fights with Fury. Who else is fighting dudes 50 pounds heavier than him? Nobody. He needs to hang him up, dude. If he feels if he's thinking about retirement, he needs to retire. Hey, Damone Daniels, salute for the super chat. He says Loma say he wants all this, and I believe him. Now this whole Devin Haney shit with Loma, I don't get it, because for me, Loma doesn't strike me as a guy that fears anybody. So maybe that was some Bob shit. These dudes keeping Devin Haney away from their guys for whatever reason. But me personally, I just don't feel Loma's like he's a guy that fears somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like if you've seen a documentary, Lomas, I think that's what it was called. Man, that dude's a boxing fucking ninja, bro. He's a boxing ninja. He was almost like he was bred for it. You know what I'm saying? I don't really see him being, And I think he could beat Devin right now, honestly. If I'm honest, I think he could beat Loma. We're going to see how Loma looks tonight. And if Loma looks anything like he did his last fight, nah, man. But Tank Davis, he ain't gonna fight him. He ain't gonna fight no time. So salute to Nebraska's finest. I see you. He said he want to fight. He just want to keep talking about taking the easy road. Man, he don't want to fight Bud, bro. He don't. I'm surprised they didn't mandate him to fight anybody yet or something. I mean, really, let's just be honest. Boxing literally moved out of the way for them to make this fight, y'all. They literally, boxing literally, the sanction bodies and everybody getting out the way. Maybe WBC will step in and try to do something, but they literally stepped out of the way for them to make this fucking fight in 2022. You said you got Loma dominating Comey. Yeah, man, Comey might be a little too slow for him and too rigid. Yeah, Loma's going to make him look pretty bad, man. Salute to Quentin Newsom. He says healthy Loma will not lose. Hey, I don't think so either, bro. Yeah, he got slow feet, Con Enigma. Nah, man, I don't see it, bro. I think Loma mentally is it just he's if Loma's healthy, I don't see none of these guys really beating him. I just don't. Maybe Shakur. But the longer it takes for them guys to get in there with him, the better their chances. The longer they stall them out. But if Loma hops up and beats Kambosos and gets all the belts again, then they go have to see him. And we go see. I think Loma should fight Devin first. Get Devin a shot. You know what I'm saying? These dudes been running from Devin like he's the plague. And it's not like Devin necessarily looked great against Joseph Diaz. But they not lining up to fight him. You said Comey got a 6-inch reach advantage that Comey won't use. Oh, man. He said arrow sprint. Wow. He said arrow sprint need to go down to the yellow brick road and get some courage from Leo the Lion. Man. How's my shit echoing? Hold up. I think this thing turned back on. Yeah, Devin. Loma should fight Devin first. You think only thing that's gonna beat Loma again is Father Time? Based off what I see from these guys' last performances, and I go off of what you showed me lately. Loma and against Nakatani would have beat any of these dudes. The Loma that showed up against the Zombie would have beat anybody. And if he goes up in here and runs through Richard Comey, that means he's on his last run. And he ain't going to slow down until he get to the Kambosos fight and get back to the top of boxing again. I think Loma's really motivated by being great legacy and shit like that. I don't think money's a motivation for him. They already had money. So, yeah, I like Loma. My mic is auto-tuned. Oh, shit. Hold up. How the hell did that happen? How did that happen? Yo. Oh, I turned that on. What the fuck? All right, that should be normal. Okay. You said Stevenson beats Loma. Yeah, that's the only guy I can see based off the eye test that can give Loma problems. The Loma that we saw last. Not the apprehensive Loma that fought Teofimo, but the Loma that ran at Nakatami out the ring. You say I sound like Future T-Pain. That's funny. Good looking, Donnie T, man. Salute to D Luckett. Quentin Newt said they might as well get along with them belts now. He said they might as well give Loma them belts now and save time. Oh yeah, I got like an auto tune on this thing. Hold up. Yeah. Am I auto tuning? Yeah. Wait, what's this? George Cambosos announces who he wants next. But really, it don't matter who he fights next because all those dudes, all those are good fights. So for me, it really don't matter who Cambo fights next. But I'm thinking it's gonna be Loma. Bob will go pull some strings and get Loma over there to Australia to get those belts back. Operation, get the belts back. Operation, clean up Teofimo's mess. So they go send Loma over there to get the job done. That's the mission for Top Rank is to get the belts back so they had leverage again. And Loma's honestly, he's the perfect guy to do it. He'll go over there and whoop on Cambo. Cambo go give him a hell of a fight though. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna do that to Cambo. He's gonna be well prepared for Lomachenko. Well prepared. I'm telling y'all, Spence don't want to fight no more. Nah, Mr. Classic Metal, salute. Yeah, Haney, we already know Haney will go over there. But man, I think Haney is his last pick. For whatever reason. I mean, if he's a born fighter and if he shows so many vulnerabilities, why don't you just hop on him and become true undisputed? And that'd be a big win too if he can get the job done. You said they gonna give Loma the French fries belt. Oh, you think? Yeah, I think he would. I think Loma will fight Stevenson. Yep, I think he would. I think the Devin thing was more Bob, but I think Loma will fight Shakur. Bob will make this an in-house fight. Shakur sparred with Loma, and based off of what he said, he must have did well against them. Of course, it's just sparring, but yeah, I can see that happen within the next year or so. That's a risky fight for Shakur. If Loma still got some prime left, because Loma's what, 33? Yeah, he's old. He's getting old. He's a little guy too. Hey, Tank's not going over there, Mr. Classman. It's just not happening. And it's unfortunate that we can expect it not to happen. We can expect it not to happen. And that's not good. You said, salute to Dre the man. He said, what do I think about Jared Anderson? He might got next. His last fight against that bigger dude, I seen some things, but I'm not gonna harp on it. He's still a young fighter. But I think he's super talented, man. You know, he got that Ohio style, but as a heavyweight. He might got next, man. He might got next. If they promote him right, put him in the right fights. If he start looking impressive, stopping people, I think he could take over from where Wilder left off. Potentially. It's gonna be hard. because people didn't gravitate to Deontay Wilder right away. It took a while to what people. I didn't even like. I didn't even like Wilder at first because I'm like, what the hell is this dude doing? But then I started watching him, watching his fights, started paying attention. Then I'm like, man, this dude is a bona fide underdog up in here knocking motherfuckers out. I'm rolling with him. And I've been a fan. But I wasn't even a fan of Wilder at first. He won me over as a fan. And that's what Jared Anderson going to have to do. He's going to have to win the people over. Because people just don't really believe in boxing like that no more. But if the heavyweight division's doing good, then boxing's doing good. He said Spence then went from free smoke to scapegoat. Salute to Gerald Fields. What's going on, bro? Hey, it's unfortunate, man, Quentin, that they're not putting Tank in fights that mean something. You know what I'm saying? Like they putting Tank Davis in fights that don't mean nothing. Now Isaac Cruz turned out to mean a lot, and I think they need to run that back. Me personally, run it back with Cruz. Run it back. If you go follow the Mayweather blueprint, follow it all the way. Floyd ran it back. Whenever there was some controversy and whenever people felt that the other guy won, Floyd ran that shit back. He ran it back to truly separate himself from the guy. You got to run that shit back, bro. You got to run it back with Cruz because you was expected to beat him. So now you got to go up in here in the next fight with him and separate yourself from him. Let the people know, like, hey, he just kind of caught me slipping a little bit. Next time, I'm going to get him up out of there, or I'm going to be even more impressive. That's what I think. I think Tank should fight Cruz again. It'll probably be a bigger fight this time. Since the Mexican fans believe in Cruz, since a lot of them believe that he beat Tank. If you ain't going to put Tank in there with Devin or any of the other lightweights, I just don't see any of those fights happening with Tank Davis. I just don't see it. I can't even dream it because it just won't happen. Hold up. Yeah, Montana Love was looking good, Donnie T. He was looking real. He was looking good. He missed weight, but man, he's knocking dudes out now. He was looking impressive, man. He beat the hell out of that guy. Tank said yesterday if he fought again, he knocked him out. Yeah, Tank needs to fight him again, Dre. He needs to fight him again. You gotta separate yourself from that dude, bro. Because it's gonna always be questioned. And if Isaac Cruz continues to win, then it's gonna definitely end up having to happen. It's gonna definitely have to happen. My bad. I had to let it off real quick. Just testing out some of this artillery over here. But yeah, Spence. Let me see if he said something. I doubt it, man. This dude, his hands shaking. He can't even pick up his phone. It's so bad that now Blu-ray has pretty much came out and oh man. Yeah, I told y'all he didn't want to fight Crawford though, man. But you hearing like slight rumors that they're in negotiations for March or something. But man, those are just like, nah, he didn't say nothing. and he ain't gonna say nothing. He probably in the gym working. He should be pissed off that Crawford was talking shit. He should be pissed off. He should be in the gym getting that fire back. But this is a huge turnaround, man. A huge turnaround. He's Keith Thurman Jr. He pulled the Keith Thurman on us. You says, Damone Daniels says, I think Cruz is just a tough match up for Tank. Styles make fights. Tank won't stop him. He probably won't. Cruz got an Iron Monk's head. He was an Iron Monk. He was a monk. And that's why he could take them shots like that. He looked like he got a hard-ass head. Dre the Man says, I lost respect for Spence after he just tried to make up the Ugas fight instead of Crawford. Hey, they tried to run the Ugas. But Ugas, I mean, look, boxing is moving out of the way for them to make this fight. They literally, the sanction body, WBA said, no. We don't want to see Ugas. We want to see you in there with Terrence Crawford. We go open it up so y'all can go ahead and make this shit happen. Do you want it? I mean, it's open right now. The door is wide open. All you gotta do is walk through it, but he ain't gonna do it. He said, don't ever compare Spence to Thurman. That's who he is, bro. He's the same thing. Yeah, I know it's crazy, but boxing fans wasn't so forgiving for Keith one-time Thurman. Boxing fans destroyed Keith Thurman for the same behavior. Hey, Tank Davis showed some good dimensions to his game. Tank Davis is a bad motherfucker. Despite all of that bullshit with him, I think he's a bad dude. He says, I don't know, Bushido. He might be in negotiations because he's too quiet. Hey, maybe. But you also got to promote it too. Crawford don't got a promoter, so, you know. But Spence, Ben not had a promoter. He should have been promoting the fight, but he don't even want to talk about it. But hey, hopefully you're right, though. Hopefully you're right. Hopefully it's quiet. Hopefully he's quiet. Well, Crawford just came said some shit a few days ago, but hopefully he's quiet because he's trying to get this shit made. Because it's either that or fight a mandatory. It's like for less money and like everything else. Like, why even do that? That won't even make sense. Then you go fight a mandatory on pay-per-view? You go put it on pay-per-view too? Come on, man. Come on, man. He said Cruz look like he 12. He do, bro. He like a kid. Nah, bro. I don't think that fight ever go happen, Gerald Fields. I don't think Lomachenko ever is going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's boxing. It's not going to happen. Floyd already told us it's not happening. And what's the glory in beating Loma now? He already been beat twice. Even though losses don't matter to me, and I still think Loma's a hell of a fighter, but it would have been better if you did it. You was the first one to do it, not Teofimo, because it was the narrative. It was the talks between him and Loma for years, Tank and Loma. That was a fight fans was talking about for a while now. When Tank was young, Tank damn near gonna be 30 soon. Keith Thurman, he better start selling his motherfucking fight. That's what he needs to do. I don't understand these boxers today, bro. Do they not understand that you have to like sell? These guys don't have promoters. See, it was Bob Arum's job to really push Terrence Crawford. But these guys don't have such things. Tank Davis has Floyd Mayweather. Well, now, whether you think he does a good job of promoting Tank or not, but for Keith Thurman, Spence, they don't got promoters. So they got to go out and promote. Keith Thurman was talking shit, but he's quiet. I mean, of course he's working, but you got to talk shit. You got to sell the fight. Who go buy that against Barrios, bro? It's a tune-up. It's a tune-up. You're putting a tune-up on pay-per-view. And then if you look bad against this tune-up on pay-per-view, it's over with. I never seen a fighter so much ever take so many tune-ups like Keith Thurman. It's almost like his whole majority of his career was tune-ups. It's like a majority of Keith Thurman's run. It was a lot of tune-ups and flat-footed Hispanic fighters outside of Sean Porter. Same guys. Same shit. So if Barrios go up in there and beat him up, it's like, well, I mean, that's what you get. You're sitting around, bullshitting around in a very, very competitive division. A lot of talented guys. And now you waited so long to come back. There's the old man gone already now. And now the young guys is right up there on y'all heels. Of course, you said you don't know who Boots Ennis is. So that's letting fans know, hey, I ain't got a belt. I ain't got to see him. That ain't my problem. He says Barrios will beat Thurman. I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that. I don't think so, man. I don't know. We got to see where Keith is at, man. He's been out for like 3 years again. He's been out for a good 8 years altogether. I say it's about a good 5 or 6 years altogether he's been out. And those was his prime years. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are his most important years. Salute to Dre the man for the super chat. He says, what do you think of Aldo's last fight? You think he got a second win? Yeah. Jose Aldo. That's one of my favorite fighters anyway, but he's incredible. 35 years old. And who he just beat? Rob Font? Oh, my God. Hell of a fucking win, bro. Rob Font is a beast. Hella good boxing skills. Good hands, good skills. Jose Aldo beat his ass. I think Jose Aldo is making one last run, and he may beat whoever's the champ if he continues with this momentum. Yeah, I love Jose Aldo, man. He's the king of Rio. Hey, G-Co, if Keith loses to Barrios, it's over with, man. It's over with. He's no longer one time. Actually, he hasn't been one time in quite some time. It's been quite some time since he's been one time. I mean, shit, dude. Keith Thurman may be passing his prime, y'all. In order for you to really, I mean, it's okay to take a year off, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think no more than 2 years. Not at a time either, but no more than 2 years when you in boxer. Especially depending on how much damage you took, shit like that, injuries. I guess all that matters, but you got to stay on it, man. Guys like Terrence Crawford is way ahead of these dudes, man. Not just in fights, but in physically, mentally. Because he don't never stay out of the gym. He's a gym rat, unlike a lot of these other dudes. This is why Jerron Ennis is going to be great. He's a gym rat. Now, whether he gets the opportunities to prove it, it's going to be something different. But when you really good and disciplined, it's all about getting the opportunities. And some guys may not even get the fucking chance to prove it. And boxing fans today don't care about that shit. They don't care to find out who's truly the best. I mean, we can say George Campbell's the best, but really is he? It's gonna be like a little triangle thing. Teofimo beat Loma. Kambosos beat Teo. Now will Loma beat Kambosos? But I think if Loma fought Teo again, he stops him. Yo, hit that like button for your boy. I don't know what happened to this music. But yeah, we got the fights tonight, man. Who else fighting tonight? Oh, we got UFC too. For my fight fans, Charles Oliveira, the champ, lightweight champ, going up against Dustin Poirier. That should be a good fight. We always know Dustin Poirier is always in good fights, always in exciting fights. Very exciting fighter. I'll be watching that too. I'll be watching UFC tonight, and I'll be watching boxing because boxing will be on the ESPN. But Bob didn't do a good job of promoting this fight either, though, with LomaCommey. They didn't do a good job at all, man. Bob Arams, he sucks. All these promoters are good for is making the deals and shit, right? From their reputations or whatever. Man, these dudes suck. Eddie Hearn is pretty good, but he don't have it in America like that. But Bob Arum, he's terrible. He didn't even promote this LomaCommey fight. This is a fight for hardcore fans. Ain't Beeble fighting? I think Beeble is fighting this weekend. Actually, it is quite a few fights, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I think Algieri fighting Conor Benn this week too, right? Hey. I can see the comparison, MM. Teo is this era's Fernando Vargas. I think he's basically done. Hey, that's funny. I can definitely see that, man. Him having that quick hot run and then he loses, and then he's never the same and never just is over with. He said Arrow Sprint is PBC's plant. He's not who we thought he was. Hey, I know, man. I know, right? He ain't. Crawford exposed him. Terrence Crawford exposed Errol Spence, man. He exposed this dude. I mean, come on, man. How much longer could you give a guy the benefit of the doubt? I mean, box fans really, 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 really gave Errol Spence the benefit of the doubt. More so than any other fighter I've seen. Outside of like maybe Triple G or somebody. And you know what that is. But Errol Spence, oh man. He telling us maybe, eventually, it's go happen. Like he ain't never tell us when it's go happen. Maybe the 2021 and all this shit, man. This dude, man. He's boring. That motherfucker boring, man. He ain't even playing. Crawford trying to get some shit started just to talk shit, to give the fans something. And Spence don't even want to play. That dude is boring. He don't want to fight. He don't even want to trash talk. I don't think Spence got that fire no more, man. He probably don't. Look, and this is a common thing amongst PBC fighters. It seems like they lose that fire at a certain point. Tank didn't seem to lose it yet, but some dudes seem to lose that fire, man. I don't think Spence got the fire no more. He probably don't even want to fight no more. And that's real shit. He probably don't want to fight. He probably at a whole different place mentally than Terrence Crawford. He probably not even as hungry as Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford's Kumite. he just likes to fight because that's like a hobby for him. But Spence probably don't want to fight no fucking more. He probably not feeling it in the gym. He got a lot of money. The pretty woman. Got the family. He probably don't even want to fight no more, man. He probably don't want to deal with Terrence Crawford. That's too much to deal with. Been in an accident, detached retina, couldn't get past his last camp, looked horrible in the PBC video they had. I mean, he probably don't even want to fight this dude, man. He probably ain't ready for him. And he don't want to talk himself into a situation he ain't ready for. But unfortunately, boxing has moved out the way and they kind of pushing him right in the center. He don't want to fight, dude. There could be many reasons why. Remember, Derek James came out and said that he's thinking about life and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Derek James knows that his fighter is ready to clock out. You can see it all over his fucking face when they had that interview with him. But he had to make up something. Well, maybe if he wants it, he had to make up something. But he knows his fighter. He knows that Errol Spence don't want to fight Crawford. Errol Spence mentally probably just don't want to fight no more like that. Let alone deal with a guy like Terrence Crawford who's fucking hungry like it's his first shot still. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? Why he still so hungry? Why he still want to fight so much? That's probably what he thinking. It's because he's Kumite. That's why. And unfortunately, your name is the Big Fish. You was the king of the welterweights and all this stuff. You kind of talked yourself into a situation. Errol Spence talked himself into a situation, and now his fans and shit is quiet. They changing the subject. They don't want to talk about it no more. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to talk about it, but we go talk about it until we find out what the fuck is happening. Because you didn't waste our motherfucking time for nothing. But yeah, his fans, they don't want to talk about it no more. They don't want to talk about it no more because the smoke is cleared. And it's painfully obvious that Terrence Crawford really wants to fight this guy. And Errol Spence has shown no eagerness to fight him either. Trust me, his fans, your favorite YouTubers, they all know these things. But they go still steady find excuses. He's probably the most protected fighter that I've seen from a fan standpoint. Yeah, they protecting him, man. Outside of like a Canelo and shit, right? Or maybe Triple G. They're protecting him from another black fighter too. Instead of letting them just settle it. But hopefully they're working something out behind the scenes. But you got to give us something. You got to start promoting that shit now. Us fans, we go do our part of selling the fight, promoting the fight. You already know your boy Bushido gonna be promoting the shot of that one. Free promotion. All you gotta do is make it happen. So all you gotta do is make it happen. And them pay-per-views should do at least 600,000. And wherever they fight, it's gonna be packed. It's gonna be sold out. Texas and Nebraska, Omaha is gonna show up. Salute to Jason Williams. I see you in the chat. Hey, Southpaw Killer. Hey, you right. Floyd keeps Tank busy. Tank's been pretty busy. Say what you want. Yeah, we don't like who he's fighting, before he is keeping him busy. But I think if he was going to keep Tank busy, I don't think everything. See, that's why I don't think they got the money like they think they say they got, because they got to put everything on pay-per-view. Tank is must-see TV type of guy. Tank Davis, if he was going to be fighting these guys, it should have been on Showtime to where they could draw millions of views. Or Fox. I don't know why he don't fight on Fox, but where they could draw millions of views, millions and millions and millions and millions of views. He's an exciting fighter, exciting style. And then once he ready to put him on pay-per-view, then people, you know what I'm saying? But Tank did go through a period where he was pretty inactive. So he's really picked up the ball recently, though. But shit, Tank got almost 30 fights now. Hey, ain't it Southpaw? Bro, like he won't even give the fans a narrative to run. They don't got nothing no more. They don't got nothing to even argue with the Bud fans against. They don't got nothing. Crawford literally just giving fans hella shit. He's knocking down hurdles and shit and all types of shit, man. And now it's like, okay, what's up? Yeah. It's been like, what, 5 days since that call out? 4 days or something? Not even a subliminal tweet. And he know people talking shit. I don't think Spence just want to fight no more. I don't think he really got that fire no more, man. And maybe you are right, Southpaw. Maybe it's because Al Heyman don't keep these guys busy enough. They fight like 2 times a year. When, if possible, should have been fighting 3, maybe 4, depending on who they fighting. You know, it's boxing, so dudes be having light touches every now and again. Keep them sharp, keep them hungry, keep them busy. A lot of those dudes fell off, man. A lot of they money makers, a lot of they popular guys fell off. Lost their hunger. Adrian Broner. It's like his 4th comeback. He's looking worse than ever. Danny Garcia, he's a rapper and everything else now. He's Money D. He ain't even worried about boxing. Keith Thurman halfway out the door. Sean Porter already out the door. Think about it. Think about this era of welterweights. A lot of guys are gone. Kell Brook is past himself now, and he's fighting Amir Khan finally. But guess who's still at the fucking top, running dudes out the ring? Terrence, Bud, Crawford. Adrian Broner's gone. I remember at one point in time, Adrian Broner and Terrence Crawford was the fight that people was kind of, you know, back when AB was doing his thing. And now AB has since fell in, just like a lot of those guys are just not gone. They gone. But Bud's still here doing his thing, man, like a young fighter out here. Like, that's what I'm saying. Errol Spence probably he probably don't got the hunger no more. He probably don't got the hunger no more. Injury slowed him down. Inactivity. I mean, you sitting around for 2 years. You got money to spend. You know what I'm saying? You probably really didn't necessarily like fighting anyway, but it was something you was good at. So you said, fuck it, I'm going to roll with it. I kind of like it, but not like that. You know what I'm saying? But guys like Crawford love to fight. They actually like to fight. Even Nick Diaz hates fighting. This motherfucker Bud loves to fight, bro. I don't think Spence and these guys, they like to fight like that. I mean, they make a lot of money from doing it, and they're good at it. But do they really like to do it? Like a guy like Loma, I think he likes to fight. I don't think he likes the fight. Some dudes could just do it. They don't necessarily like doing it. That's probably why AB's so fucking apprehensive, gun shy. He don't really like the fight. He don't want to punch through nobody. Maybe the Maidana fight fucked him up. With them horsehair gloves he was getting beat up on with. Got him shell shocked. Can't even let his hands go no more. Never been the same from that Maidana fight. Yeah. A lot of people didn't talk about that, how Maidana whooped on a smaller Adrian Broner with horsehair gloves. Still didn't put him out. Salute to Adrian Broner, man. That's still my guy. Never duck no smoke. Hope he can make it. Hope he can make it work this last time. Because I think this is the last time for AB. Because he ain't looking good. No muscles. See, if you seen the pictures of Adrian Broner, I ain't got it right here. He's looking to make a comeback. But if you look at his body, at his age, if he as a professional fighter, he should be like shredded. He should be a well-conditioned, fit machine. But he looked like a dude who he had no muscles, no nothing. He like a regular dude out here just smoking weed and just hanging out on the block. That's how he looked, like a regular motherfucker. Didn't even look like a fighter no more. Don't even look like a fighter no more. He lost his muscle and every fucking thing. That's the difference, people. Some people like to fight. Some people don't. Some people on autopilot. Because this is just what they do, and they've been doing it for so long, and they make good money doing it. Others want to really, truly be great. But a guy like Tank Davis, he could be great, but I don't think it'll ever happen. And guess what? Nobody's going to remember you. Nobody's going to remember you for the money you made, bro. See, Floyd Mayweather, not only did he make a lot of money, but he accomplished hella fucking feats. I mean, he set the bar so high for boxing. And that's something I think these fighters today a lot of them not really understanding. Yeah, Floyd got all the money, he could dictate what he'd want to do, all that, but he really put in the work though. Was second pound for pound only to Roy Jones back in the day. Throughout his whole fucking career. 18-some, 20-some champions. And you know the accolades he got. People will go remember that. Not only that, but he was rich as fuck. But are you going to remember him just because Tank Davis, just because he was rich? Or had money? Or the feats that he accomplished in the sport? We don't remember Sugar Ray Robinson for his money. We know he had money, but he lost it. But we remember him from being a bad motherfucker. Mike Tyson. He's not remembered because of the money he had. We know he had money, but he was remembered because he was a bad motherfucker. And a lot of boxing fans today getting this shit misconstrued. Nobody's gonna remember these dudes because they got money. You gotta really do some work in the sport to truly be remembered, to truly have situations like Mike Tyson and Roy Jones at 50-some years old to come back and make millions of dollars in an expedition fight. Nobody's wouldn't have been able to do that. But the people that put in the work get to come back and do shit like that, man. Make money later on. Maybe when shit's starting to get dry. Come on, man. But these dudes over there on that side, they be falling off too fucking quick, man. That's the way I see it. There's no hate. I'm not a PBC hater, top rank hater, none of that. I call boxing exactly how I see it. And the guys from the PBC side, which a lot of them are my favorite fighters on that side, they be falling off. They be fucking falling off. Charlo's been holding it together. They been holding it down. But Jamel also comes off as a guy with a chip on his shoulder, like he got a lot to prove. Jamal seems to be getting lax. If you've seen Jamal, he's been really like kind of out there. But Jamel, he's the serious Charlo. But they be having lapses and shit. They probably get a lot of money on the back end. So much money that it buys out their hunger. Right? You can buy out your hunger. Keith Thurman, when it was just sat there and took 2 years off like that for no, you know what I'm saying? 2 years for some injuries, bro. Like, come on, bro. Nah, dude. Dudes that get hurt, they heal up, do rehab, and get right back in there as soon as possible. Why? Because it's competitive. You got to keep up with the race. You got to keep up with the race, bro. Keith Thurman, you behind. You all the way at the back now. Physically, mentally, you playing catch up. And this is the shit I be fucking talking about. You can't expect, honestly, let's just be realistic. You can't expect Keith Thurman or Errol Spence to come off these layoffs and just hop in there with Bud. Bud and running right out the fucking ring. I don't care what nobody said. He's running them right out the ring. Too much inactivity. But this is the fight game. And you got to be ready at all times. And now Errol Spence is in a really, really bad spot. He's cornered. They go force a mandatory on him. You know, IBF, and they probably giving him time. Hopefully him and Crawford really working some shit out or something. But he ain't got much time. Let's see how many likes we got real quick. $42 likes with 53. We can get 50 likes. All right, let's see. Let's see what the chat is saying. I just had to cook real quick. He says Wilder is garbage. Who is this dude, man? That's for you. Hey, Mir Khan, Dre the man, is Mir Khan Kell Brook is way too late. Way too late. But I guess now is better than never. We gonna see what that. I mean, gotta strike when the iron's hot, dude. That was a big fight back then. You know what I'm saying? That was a pretty big fight back then. Even from a British standpoint, you know, even some of us Americans would have been interested in seeing how that would have played out. But now it's like, oh my God, both of y'all got whooped by Bud horribly. Get just destroyed. I'm telling y'all, man, Terrence Crawford is gonna beat all. He's gonna Errol Spence, Keith Thurman, all them dudes. They getting ran out the ring. Keith Thurman, he'll take a smarter approach and get a tune-up first just to see where he's really at. Call it a punk move if you want to. Keith Thurman wants to make sure he's going to be ready to deal with a Crawford. For Errol Spence, he's in a situation to where he may have to hop in there with Bud right away. And he may not even be fucking ready for it. And I blame his fans. You said, what was that sound? Yeah, salute to Comey, man. I like Richard Comey. He's fighting everybody. You know what I'm saying? His resume starting to look really nice. Win or lose. You know what I'm saying? He ain't ducking no smoke out here. Salute to Richard Comey. He ain't ducking no fucking smoke. Fighters like him ain't getting no love out here, though. Richard Comey. He's not getting no love out here. Real nice guy. Fight any fucking body. Yeah, sometimes he come up short, but shit, he'll fight any fucking body. But some dudes gotta fight anybody too, though. Yeah, Bud had a year layoff, but Bud is always in shape too. That dude is always in shape, man. He ain't playing no games, man. This is what I be telling you guys. It's more than just the skill, man. It's the discipline and the lifestyle you live outside of the ring. That's just as important as the fucking fight. How you living? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, some time off is good, especially when you've been doing it for a long time. Let your body heal, let your mind wind down. But a guy like Crawford, he just likes to fight, man. He's one of those dudes. Like, I think everybody that grew up in the hood has somebody in their clique that just like to fight for no reason, just like to fight. Bud is one of those dudes. Play too much and shit and just like to fight. So, yeah, that's the problem for Errol Spence. Errol Spence is a laid back dude. Bud is a dude that play too much. So, yeah, Spence is laid back and chill, but Bud he's one of those motherfuckers that play too much. So yeah, Spence ain't really trying to deal with that right now. We'll see, man. Hopefully they working something out. Hopefully the pressure from the fans ignited a fire under Spence's ass. You got to see this dude. You got to do it for boxing. Nobody's going to remember you for your ranch or your horses or your money. We going to remember you for the big fights and the things that you accomplished. That shit's going to be remembered, man. People too caught up into the moment today and all the money, you know, money that we're not even going to see. I'm trying to be a granddaddy telling my grandkids about these guys. I lived the moment when these guys mixed it up. It was epic. You know what I'm saying? But nah, they ain't trying to fight. They ain't trying to fight, man. You in a fight game, bro. Hey, you signed up for this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a fanboy era, Mini Mike. Hey, you can't want to fight Canelo, Mini Mike. If you good and you want to fight him, nah, you can't do that. You can't do that. Boxing today is soft, man. You got a lot of fans protecting fighters and channels protecting fighters. When it's time to fight, it's time to fight. Maybe the time ain't right for certain fights, but when it's time to fight, it's time to fight. And it's been time for Spencer Crawford. This shit's 4 years in the making, Diablo. What's up? See you in the building. Salute, Monica Siles. Yeah. 4 years past due, man. You know, but I think in 2022 it has to happen, whether it happens early or late. I say better later than never. I don't think Crawford is going to slow down anytime soon. He's a really motivated, disciplined dude. But what is Spence going to do? That's a tough fight for Spence, man. I don't know how many times I got to say it. It's all around a bad fight for him and everything else, man. Don't believe the bullshit. That's a tough fight for Errol Spence. It was easier earlier on, but now that he's older, he's been cutting that weight for a long time. He don't seem to have the same strength that he once had. He's been in an accident. He get detached retina, layoff. I mean, come on, bro. And Crawford like Wolverine and shit over here, just healing, just like ready. Like, nah, bro, that's a lot to deal with. And Spence got to get his mind right to even deal with a guy like Bud. He gonna need some time to get ready for Bud, to be honest with you. But I just like putting pressure on his fans because they were some assholes for the better part of 4 years protecting the fight. It's not even personal against Spence. I like Errol Spence, but his fans were some assholes prolonging the inevitable for this fight for boxing. We could be talking about a third one right now, but nah, they wanted to talk about splits and pay-per-view numbers instead of pressuring Spence to do what he needs to do. Stay in the gym to stay ready for Bud instead of getting lax because your fans was protecting the shit out of you. Meanwhile, Crawford getting beat up by the politics of boxing. He's staying hungry, looking to fight whoever to fight him. And now he's on another level right now. He's running Sean Porter out the ring. He's running Kell Brook out the ring. Two guys you fought that you damn near you struggled with. He ran them out the ring, bro. Come on. What you gonna do, man? You got to play catch up. Do you still want this? You know what I'm saying? Do Spence still want this? He got his ranch. They got the chick. You know what I'm saying? Like, he like, man, fuck fighting this dude, man. Why everybody want me to fight him for? I don't even like the fight. Not no more. Hey, that's real shit, though. Sometimes fighters just don't want to fight no more. Once you get to a certain age, especially as you get in your 30s anyway, you calm down. Some people don't. But Errol Spence, probably, that's how probably what happened to Keith. They got the families now. You know what I'm saying? Man, them dudes chill mode. They're getting them fat PBC checks. They ain't thinking about no boxing. But Keith Thurman still seemed to have some of that fire in him. You know what I'm saying? I think Keith Thurman's good for boxing. He needs to come back. But he did a lot of sitting down on sidelines and commentating and talking shit. He ain't been doing nothing. And he's fighting Mario Barrios on pay-per-view. I mean, who's going to watch it? Timothy Wells says, Bushido, you think Bud will take the 40% if they offer it? Yeah, I think he will. If he's willing to become his mandatory from the WBC, I think he'll be taking a lesser cut anyway. So yeah, I think Bud take less cut. I think it's more so how Spence went about it. That's what I think, me personally. I think it's more so how he went about it. I think Crawford would be, but the way he went about it is like, yeah, you go take the 40, the 70, 30, whatever we give him. Then the fans start talking about it. It's like, God damn, like, man, now he like, nah, man, I ain't doing shit unless it's 50-50. It's a big ego thing. It turned to a big ego thing. It was a clever tactic, and it worked for a while, but now what's good? What's good for 2022? He said, "Oh, he like that." For real, bro. For real. Hey, that fight's gonna make as much as it's gonna make at this point, you guys. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't built up enough. You know, it wasn't enough. Like the Mayweather Pacquiao shit. Not only were these two dudes already legendary type fighters, but it was a lot of back and forth. It was a lot of back and forth. But with this, it's only one-sided. It's Crawford trying to bait Spencer to trying to, you know, but Spence don't want to really take the bait, man, which leads me to believe that he don't got that fire no more. He don't got that competitive. He just don't really want to deal with dude. Dude already was a tough fight for him. Don't believe the bullshit. Terrence Crawford was a bad matchup for Spence. But Spence had an advantage earlier on because he was still younger. He's fresher. The accident didn't happen. He wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Dude's killing himself to make the weight now. He's really just babysitting the belts. But see, your favorite YouTuber ain't gonna come out here and keep it 100 with you, tell you what's really could be going on. The harsh truth, the harsh reality. These people are human. Real shit happens. You know what I'm saying? Real shit happens. And Spence probably simply just don't got the fire no more to even really deal with Crawford. He gonna have to build it back up. And he already came out and said no tune-ups and shit. So now, you know, how you gonna get away with that? Well, they'll give him a pass. People love Spence. So they'll give him a pass. You know what I'm saying? He playing catch up. They tried to age him out and shit, and tried to play chess, and they tried to play chess, and they was trying to do all of that, and come on, man, that shit backfired, bro. Should have struck while the iron was hot when you really had a chance. Before Crawford got acclimated to the weight. I've been saying that before Bud even tweeted the shit. Best chance for them dudes to beat Crawford was early on when he first got up to that weight class. Now he's running big welterweights out the ring now. It's just they're not gonna stop him. Next year or two, I don't think nobody's gonna beat Terrence Crawford for another year or two. Maybe even longer than that. He may even retire undefeated. Because physically and mentally, he's on another level from these dudes. Physically and mentally. Forget all the chinny shit and all that. I'm talking about physically and mentally, he's on another level. You said Bud versus Castano? Shit. I don't know if I like that fight. I gotta see how Castano looks against Charlo again. Charlo may show up on him, but Castano is a good ass fighter, man. He beat Spence in the amateurs. But Castano got a really good style for Spence, like Crawford does. Crawford has a really good style. Hey, Goodfella was right, bro. Yeah, Goodfella, salute to Goodfella, man. He man, come on, he know what's up too. He know what's up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Goodfella knows what's up. I mean, they've been trying to age Bud out. I mean, guys like me and Goodfella have been calling this shit out for years. You know what I'm saying? But nobody wanted to believe it because it was Errol Spence. I'm like, man, he don't. The energy's different when it came to Crawford. Two totally different intensity levels. Crawford gets hype. He was hype when Spence was there. He was hype. Spence was still just his mellow self, man. This is totally different. They need to fight, man. Stop bullshitting. It's time to make it happen. Nobody's gonna remember the money you had and none of that, and that's for you, man. You know what I'm saying? That money's for you and your family and everybody in your family and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? But for this boxing shit, you gotta give us this fight. If you healthy, you know what I'm saying? He ain't coming out saying he ain't healthy or nothing. You know, he's still acting like he, turn up and, But when it comes to fighting Bud, he's talking about maybe and I don't know and Spence said he gonna fight Canelo. Nah, Canelo will destroy him. Canelo will destroy Spence. That's not even a good fight for Spence. He said sprint. Yeah, man. But yeah, other than this Crawford Spence stuff, nothing else has happened from that since Crawford's tweets or whatever from the lake and all that. But Spence ain't said nothing. He ain't giving us nothing, so he really don't want to fight because he ain't trying to promote it. Teofimo Lopez gets the best actor award. We gotta give Teofimo a round of applause. Oh shit, we got kids in the building. Yeah, they booing Teofimo for getting this Sugar Ray Robinson award. And I think he got like Fighter of the Year for those who just stopping in. Something like that. He got some type of award for something. really damage control. This dude was just dying a week ago, and now he's winning awards, and a week later. I mean, he's a hell of an actor. He has a career after boxing. Okay, Teofimo Lopez is getting this shit lined up. He's getting awards from losing. You know, what did he get this for? I mean, beating Loma. I mean, what did he? What? I guess, but Tank Davis, pay-per-view. Where they at? Where the pay-per-view numbers at? And the only reason why I'm asking is because people like to nitpick on Terrence Crawford's pay-per-views, like he's a pay-per-view draw. Like we know his numbers go do like astronomically high. No, we knew it was gonna do bad. But why Tank Davis numbers doing bad? They did so bad they didn't even report it. There's no projection. There's no nothing. Where your numbers at, man? I just need to see what your numbers look like, so I can let everybody know this pay-per-view shit is stupid. It's stupid. You just can't put any and everything on pay-per-view. Just because a fighter is fighting on pay-per-view on a consistent basis, don't make him a pay-per-view star. What your numbers looking like, bro? 200,000 is terrible. He got 215,000 against Barrios. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. For a dude with 3 million followers, terrible. Terrible, bro. Anything under 500,000, bust, depending on who you are. It's terrible for a guy like Tank, who draws millions of viewerships on Showtime and shit. 200,000 buys, bro. Nah, that ain't really good. That ain't really good. You got to put him in there with somebody, Floyd. Stop playing. People already hate your ass, so they go take it out on Tank. Tank just doing what he's told. You got to put Tank in there with somebody. Then the numbers will look right. That's why Floyd was pissed off. That's why he was attacking Canelo. You know what I'm saying? That's why he was attacking Canelo. And that's why Leonard Ellerby was all pissed off. Because they numbers ain't hitting. You know what I'm saying? You put Tank in there with somebody. Have him fight Campbell. Campbell will push everybody to the side to fight Tank. George Campbell will push everybody to the side to fight Tank. Because that's the money fight. You know what I'm saying? What else? Yeah, keep Thurman Barrios. Pay-per-view. It's gonna do bad. It's not gonna do good. I'm sorry to just give it to you so direct or so bluntly, but it's gonna do terrible. And I mean that's just what it is. You two guys is coming off losses. One guy you haven't seen in like 3 years. And another guy, well, Keith Thurman fought 2 times in like 4 years. And Mario Barrios, he just got knocked out by Tank Davis, a little dude. So, I mean, good luck trying to sell that shit to the people. Nobody didn't even see Keith Thurman. He has a not even an average following, considering, you know, his following in social media presence is almost non-existent. Good luck selling that fight, man. Keith Thurman can sell the fight, but against Barrios ain't gonna be doing no talking. He ain't gonna do shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the fight that should be on TV. So Keith Thurman get a tune-up. They putting a tune-up on pay-per-view. And what do they expect? I expect Charlo numbers. Less than 70. Less than 70K, man. Less than 70K, man. And that's just the reality of it, man. Ain't no shade of slight. It's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? These dudes, how you expect to sell these pay-per-views, man? You putting Keith Thurman in there with Mario Barrios, bro. Like, who in their rabbit-ass mind would just buy that? Like, man, if it's $70-something, who the fuck will buy that shit, man? Nobody. Absolutely insane. Of course, we got LomaCommey tonight. Salute to Richard Comey. I think fighters like him don't get enough credit just from fighting everybody. You know what I'm saying? We go have to look at his resume. I'm going to have to look at his resume. He got some names on that motherfucker. Really nice dude. He going to come to win tonight. But I think Loma just going to be too much for him. I think Loma's in his prime, but he's going to be starting to decline soon. Well, he's slowed down a little bit, but a healthy Loma is dangerous. And Bob Arum got him on a secret mission to get the belts back from Kambosos. So that's the plan for Bob, to get the leverage back in the division. Tank Davis, unfortunately, he's not interested in belts. I think that's a bad idea. I think you need some of them belts and the money. Why not have both? But see what it is, he don't want to be tied down to have to fight mandatories or fight these guys. So they want to be able to kind of do what they want to do. He want to move like Money Mayweather without really being pretty boy. You know what I'm saying? That's what Tank is doing. That's what Floyd is doing too, Tank. And what else? Of course, Teofimo on his greatest actor award. Spence Crawford, we ain't heard no word yet. We go see. Yeah, man. Salute to everybody in the building. Good stream. I gotta carry my ass to bed. Probably be up later on tonight for the fights. Lomachenko, Comey. Yeah, man. What's going on with boxing? Like and subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.